Okay, so now I'd like to show you how to do the custom edits for custom extras. It's called custom extras. And I'm on the home page as usual to do custom extras. These are for specific company extra additions or extra deductions that you want to set up for your company. So I'll go to settings, and on the right hand side, not where we've been before helping you with general company settings, but here, edit custom extras. I click on edit custom extras. It tells me I've got in my setup now 6 custom extras, and they're listed below. It tells me 3 additions and 3 deductions. So I've got a custom extra called add 1. Not very descriptive, but I can change it to whatever I want to name it, and it will be on the payslip. This custom extra 1, it's an addition type as opposed to a deduction. It's company-wide, meaning that it applies to everyone within the company, and therefore it can be used on the bulk offline upload. So in other words, this can be inputted into the offline bulk upload if you're using that feature to input everything quickly in Excel. And inclusive and gross, they all are except for one extra that is already set up here, and I've called it the cane bonus, which is a specific extra. You can change any extra. For example, this extra that's not included in the bonus is something that's based on days. So in other words, as you put in the amount of days worked, it will work out, in this case, a cane bonus according to the amount of days without you having to enter the days again. It will work out a cane bonus, and it will accumulate that month to month. So in this example, if they work 22 normal days, it will work out 22 cane bonus days times by 100. That's what that specific addition does. This addition 1 that we're working on and explaining now is company-wide. It's not fixed, so it's a percentage of basic. So in other words, this is a 10% percentage of basics in addition. So that's going to give whatever the basic is, 10% will be added for addition 1. Here's another example straight from user input down here, deduction 3. That's a standard custom extra deduction that the user, as you process the payroll, need to enter, and it's straight from user input. You can edit any one of these. Let me go to this custom deduction and show you the edit place. It's already set up as a company-wide extra, and so that this user, this employee has a deduction called deduction 3. It is a deduction because it's subtraction, not addition, and it's straight from user input, so there's no default amount. It waits for you to enter those values. And when you change the name or change how this is set up, the calculation type, here you have the different options. I already explained the cane bonus as an example of addition based on days. Here's a percentage of basic. I had another addition set up like this. The fixed one is if it literally is a fixed deduction here, or addition, I can change it to a fixed value that you don't input each month, or itemized when you give an itemized rate. So I could change that to itemized and then put the amount that you're paying per item. If it is, for example, a unit per bag per day, if it's per day, you're giving another rate of, say, 120 kwacha per day, and it's going to be an addition. then you can update that extra. I'm going to leave the changes here. This is a live example, but I can easily update that custom extra. So I'm going to go back. Here are my custom extras. And by the way, just to show you, I'm going back out of Edit Custom Extras. You can also assign extras, as you see below, to department. Right now, I don't have any option to assign to department because all my extras are company-wide. But if I had a company extra that was not company-wide, in other words, I'm wanting to apply it by department, then I can apply a specific extra customized addition or deduction to a department. That's how I'd use that feature. So just to show you where these custom extras come into play, if I go quickly to Home and Pay Employee, whenever you pay someone, at the bottom of the payment capture screen or on the offline input on the right, you'll see here's my percentage of basic, it's 10%. When I click Save Payment or Update, because it's a percentage, I don't input anything. Here, this cane bonus based on days, I don't input anything. The first input I have is my test edition 1. It's based on user input. So say it's a basic input of 50 kwacha. When I put in a monthly payment, for example, it will save that and add this to the payslip, showing you that value. Same for the deduction, user input required, so it's 50 kwacha, and my deduction 4 is a fixed amount. I've applied 22 across the board for all employees, but here, a helpful tip, I can edit just this employee, hello again, and even though everyone else gets 22, from now on I would like this employee to have a deduction of 40 kwacha for this deduction 4 called a dead 4, which you can also name in the previous place where I showed you under settings, company extras. So then I click save payment. Just to look quickly back at what changes we did, there's the deduction 4, 40, which is a fixed type, but I've made it a new rate of 40. We put the 50 through. There's the cane bonus of 2,200. It's not going into gross. That's why at the bottom I've got not in gross. That's a cumulative total, a specific custom extra type. And addition 1, I put in 10. It was an itemized rate, so it times it by the rate in my settings, which gives that value. So the custom extra is very helpful for setting up your company and very useful to use those custom extras set in settings, edit custom extras.